Hello, hello, hello. Well, the mob, i.e., you, has spoken. Indeed, in our vote, Zoolook won. Hooray! 34% of the vote of 109 votes. Poor old Bruce, he came last. Hawklords came third. Sylvian second. But yeah, it was your Jean-Michel Jarre what won it. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Isn't it? I know, thank you for participating. Wait till the end of the video for more on this. See what I did there? Make you watch till the end. This is Zoolook by that there Jean-Michel Jarre. It's his 7th studio album, released 16th of November, I think in France, but around the rest of the world it wasn't till the next year. Funny enough. Yeah, that's why they did things back then. It kind of expands on what he did with his previous record, Magnetic Fields, or Les Champs Magnétiques from 1981, where he used samples. Boy, there's a lot of samples on this, and this is him kind of doing more of the world music thing. For there are many languages sampled. Again, there are in the liner notes. It's Aboriginal, Afghan, Arabic, Balinese, Bengali, Chinese, Dutch, English, Eskimo, French, German, Hungarian, Indian, Japanese, Malagasy, Malayan, Pygmy, Polish, Quechua, Russian, Sioux, Spanish, Swedish, Tibetan, and Turkish. So yeah, he's ethnic. I mean, there was a track called a track called Ethnicolor, I believe. Yeah, I guess the opening title, the opening track title of the opening track there. Also features some interesting contributions. Laurie Anderson. Hey, Laurie Anderson's on there, yeah. On the second track, Diva, and Adrian Belew. Yeah, you must have heard of him. He provides guitar as well. You also get Marcus Miller, the bass legend, playing obviously bass. And here's a name that crops up: David Lord. Is one of the mixing engineers. Now, David Lord, probably more famously known for working with Gabriel on P. Gabriel 4 and XTC. Latterly known as being charged with running a brothel. I shit you not. Look it up. That's one way of diversifying, I suppose. Wasn't it Gabriel's missus had an affair with David Lord as well? Or did I imagine that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We're talking about this, not the many conquests of David Lord. So yeah, it opens with Ethnicolor, which is a big sprawling kind of electronic ambient piece, lots of samples. It's very much the record. Again, the opening section, the first side, sounds very of the future. Again, because all these samples going on, it's all the bleeping and blooping of Oxygen and Equinox are long behind. We're in the 80s now. But the opening tracks, again, you can't replace the age of them because they do sound like something from the far-flung future, because he's going for this, multi-sample, multi-layered, ambient vocal thing, which is continued into the Diva track with Laurie Anderson's vocals. And it's only when we get further in, when the drums come in, I think he uses a Linn drum, which is a drum machine, and the bass, it's a lot of slap bass on this, so it instantly sounds the 80s. But up until that point, you're thinking, oh, this could be from a science fiction film from the future. It sounds something like that. But yeah, once those sounds come in and the production kind of becomes a bit more, solidified, it becomes more of an 80s project. Um, yeah, it's. I wouldn't say it's his most popular. It's more. I think it's more of his most experimental work because it lacks tunes. All the others have a tune. They have a couple of tunes, don't they? This is more about vibe. This is more about atmosphere than actual tunes. Apart from the, I think it's the title track, which is a tune, I believe. There is a tune in it, but yeah, it's bookended by Ethnicolor and Ethnicolor 2, which again we have this, like I say, multilingual soup of sounds. Does it work as a record? Again, I like it because it's weird, but it's not something. It's not something that is as like classic as Oxygen or Equinox. It's out there, or even Magnetic Fields for that matter. It's a little bit out there. Of his records, this I think is probably he's more experimental. It's it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone, but it is only like 37 minutes, whatever. I think there are many different versions. I think there are 3 different versions of it. 37 minutes 58 for the original. A second edition, 37 minutes 22. I'm getting this from Wikipedia. The third edition, 37:56, and the fourth edition from 2015, 37:54. So you've got there's many different versions with many different edits for you to look up. But I got this one, which is the vinyl one. I don't know what I got it. I got this for quids. I don't know what version it is. It says 1984 on it, so that's got to be good. So we'll do a show and tell. Look, there he is, and he still looks like that today. It's a hair replacement system. And there's the credits of the album in many different languages for you to peruse. And yeah, it's just standard vinyl. But yeah, the good thing about old records is you can pick them up cheap. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, but I enjoy it. It's all right. It's a bit out there. It's a bit ambient. It's a bit lots of voices making noises and that. And it does feel like a zoo. That's the interesting thing. You could say it's like a human zoo. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's his greatest work. But if you're looking for, Jarre, tinkering, it's very much like that. And I think it's a Fairlight that he uses. So again, Gabriel using a Fairlight. Kate Bush is using a Fairlight at this time. Many bands are using samples and that sampling system. He uses it in a very, very different way. And again, even though it's electronic, it does have an organic aspect to it, which is unusual, because you don't realise that it samples it. Again, at the time, this must have sounded so odd and so sci-fi, so far from the future, and it still does. I still think it sounds like that. So yeah, go check it out. It's an interesting one, but it doesn't, like I say, doesn't necessarily have the tunes, but he does. I think he did used to do a couple of these pieces when he did the big shows back in the 80s and 90s, so it couldn't have been that bad. So yeah. Bing. So yeah, that's the review, I'm afraid. Again, I don't really know what else to say about it because it's just out there, but in a good way. It's progressive. It's actually a progressive album, and that it's his attempt at world music, human world music, with language and sounds of the human voice. So yeah, that's it. Neo, if you've watched this far, and I reckon about 100 of you have done, I need suggestions for the next poll. Yeah, because this kind of worked, didn't it? It worked. Are you not entertained? Keeps me on my toes. I need some suggestions for the next poll. You leave them in the comments. Engagement tickles the algorithm, and I will post them in a poll. Again, say like the first 4. So get in quick. Of course, if there are repetitions or things that I've already done, I might have forgotten about that I've done, and they may get dropped. So be creative. Knock yourself out. What do you want to see? If your one didn't get in last time, maybe you can suggest it again. If I'm feeling benevolent, maybe I'll include it. And then I'll post the poll. But get in quick. We'll keep it zippy. Keep you on your toes. Keep you engaged, Keep you engaged. Tickle the engagement algorithm. And that's that. Thank you for watching. This is, this would be PROG review, because it is PROG. Ressive. Remember, PROG's a 4-letter word. So I've been talking about Jean-Michel Jarre's Zoolook album, his 7th studio album from 1984-85, according to Wikipedia. And do check it out. It's the 80s, man. It's the 80s technology. And it shows you that electronic music could be genuinely, multi-layered and interesting, whereas now electronic music is just kind of stuck in an analog hell. And nobody wants bleeping and blooping, do they? You want atmospherics, which Jarre was doing here. And that's that. Thank you for watching. There's only one more thing to say, and by notion of what that is PROG on.